This is a throwback to films like The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad and Indiana Jones. Were you a fan of those growing up?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the whole Indiana Jones saga is one of my favorite, saga in the history of movies, or in the history of in my history with movies. So, so yeah, I was very, and I agree with you. I mean, it really takes you to that to those. I mean, to that kind of adventure. And when I read the script, I knew that we were up for an amazing journey, and that's what happened.
Now, did Disney make you ride the ride a bunch of times to prepare you for this, or
No,
were you already
actually,
familiar with
no. I
Jungle
mean, I
Cruise?
haven't. It's crazy, but I haven't been to the Jungle Cruise, to the original Jungle Cruise. Not yet, but I will. I
Oh,
will
I
very
would say
soon, in
you
a
have
few
to.
days. Yeah.
They're going to make you an animatronic in there, I hope, at one time, because I love your character. How would you describe your character in Jungle Cruise?
Well, I have to be very careful because I don't wanna spoil too many things. I mean, because
Yes.
you've seen it, so it's very it's high spoiling alert
Yes.
territory. But my character is yeah, he's a villain, but he's very misunderstood as well. So he's one of the of this movie is basically, in my opinion, is a board game, and
Hmm.
we different characters are going after that thing that may change history forever. It might change their lives forever. So my character has a very important reason to go after that thing that everyone is looking for. Everyone is going after, and then yeah, some things don't go as planned, and then he goes a little bit uh, sideways. But it's but it was a very fun character to play, and I'm very excited for everyone to see the whole adventure. I mean, we have an amazing cast. We have such a such a robust and beautiful and big and exciting film with so many surprises and twists and turns. So I know that I'm not completely answering your question, but the thing is that I can speak too much about Aguirre. So
That
I
was
prefer I
that was
prefer
the
you
most
guys to discover Aguirre when you watch the film.
well, that was the most spoiler, like free, perfect answer. So
Awesome,
that was
thank you.
great. Now, Aguirre is kind of represented by snakes in the film. I'm not spoiling too much. We've seen a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
that. If you had to pick a jungle animal to represent you, what would you pick? I'm sure snakes aren't your thing.
No, no, definitely
That's
not.
an
Oh God,
Indiana
no,
Jones fan.
no, no. I think that uh, the first one. I mean, there are two animals that I think. One is the manatee, and the other
Ooh.
one, is the jaguar.
I was gonna say Jaguar. That seems like your energy.
Yeah, yeah, the jaguar and the manatee. I think I fluctuate between those two energies. So
Such different energies. That really says a lot about your personality. I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. There
Well,
you
thank
go.
you. Thank you so much for speaking to me about this. And I want to say shout out to your Venezuelan fans. They're very vocal in the comments.
Thank
So
you.
I always want to say shout out to them
Well,
and thank you
thank you
so much
very
for
much,
speaking
and a
with
big
me.
shout out to my Venezuelan friends as well, that who follow you and who are part of your
Thank you.
audience.